What's up, everybody, and welcome back. Listen, if this is your first time here, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, okay? And if you like the video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. But we're going to get right into it today. Today's video is the cost of living in the villages, okay? This isn't coming directly from the villages website. This is coming directly from a village resident who happens to be on the Living in the Villages YouTube team, Bob Kirsch. And we're not going to waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. Without further ado, Bob Kirsch, he's going to take the floor, okay? All right, Bob, tell them what you know.
Okay. Well, I've been a village resident for 2 years. Bought my house in 2019. I'm going to give you some numbers that are all based upon my home. Every home is going to be different. But this is real numbers. I have the paperwork right here to shoot out whatever I'm saying. So we're going to start off. Every month you get a bill from the utilities, the community development district. My bill, I just got it yesterday. For the month of September, it is $335. Now, that breaks down to sanitation fees, $23. Irrigation, because here you have irrigation and drinking water. You have two separate items. Irrigation is $34 for the month. Sewer is $48 a month. Water is $37, and my amenity fee is $189. So that makes up the monthly bill that you get from the village.
Now that the sewage and usage, that depends on the house, right? How many people you got in the house, things like that, correct?
It all depends on the house.
Okay.
And I have 3 people in my house.
All right.
My son lives with us, so it might be a little bit higher than it would be for other people. So that's the bill that you're going to get every month from the villages directly. Now, on top of that, I have gas in my house. My gas bill averages $40 to $45 per month. My electric bill, electric here in the villages, in this time of year when it's hot and humid, your AC runs a lot more than it does in January or February. So it runs between $140 and $180 a month. But that all really varies from time to time based upon the weather. My cable bill is $139 a month, and my homeowner's insurance is $1,240 a year. So those are the outside expenses. Now, on top of that, here in the villages, we have the bond and the bond maintenance and the other taxes that have to be paid. My home is 1,450 square feet. It's got a 2-car garage. It's got a golf cart garage.
Your home is 450 square feet?
1,400.
Oh, sorry.
So my tax bill that I get every year, the total of the tax bill is $4,750. But that's broken down into many different things. The actual taxes that go to the county is only $2,834. But I have to pay fire assessment is $124. I have to pay bond maintenance. That bond maintenance helps pay for the road repairs and the
Like the street lights and things like the common areas, right? Things like that.
So on my tax bill, that's $485 a year. The bond payment on my property is $1,311 a year. So all those things added up together comes to that $4,754 number that I have to pay yearly. So that really is the major expenses of living in the villages.
So I got a quick question for you. So what I apologize if you touched on this already. What year did you buy the house? Oh, you bought the house brand new, correct?
I bought my house brand new.
And what year?
I bought it in 2019.
Okay. And approximately, what was your bond when you bought the house? What was attached to the house?
It's around $25,000, maybe
Okay.
$26,000. I don't have the exact number on the top of my head.
Okay. Now, I've said this in many videos, and some people know this, but those of you that don't, now that bond stays with the house. So if you and your family were to sell the home, you don't take the bond with you, correct?
The bond stays with the home until it's paid.
Correct. And then once it's paid off for good, correct?
That's correct. But the bond maintenance fee will stay. That does not go away.
Okay. Yeah, because that's for maintaining the roads and everything like that. Okay. Are there any other costs that you have in the villages other than personal stuff?
No,
and things like that?
everything else would be food, drink, that kind of stuff. I do pay between $50 and $75 a month for my one to be taken care of.
Okay.
So that really is an expense, village's expense, because some.
So that's also something people want to think about too. Yeah, that isn't a cost to the villages, but it is something you have to do.
Yeah.
So now you can do that yourself if you like.
Yeah.
But what's your time worth, right? Pay somebody else to do that so you can do, play golf, or in your case, sell houses.
Yeah.
Right.
Or fly my airplane.
Yeah. Or fly his airplane. There you go, folks. What about pest control? Do you pay for that? Do you do that on your own?
Oh, yes. I use one of the companies here. There's 2 or 3 major companies that handle the villages.
Massey is one of them, right?
Is one, and that's who I use.
Okay.
It's $50 a quarter. For
Okay.
them to come and treat for, spiders and ants and whatnot. And then I have termite protection, and I believe it's about $125 a year for that.
Okay.
And the first 5 years is covered under the warranty of the home or something like that. So
Okay.
I haven't had to pay it yet, but I will have to pay it next year.
Okay. Do you I know where you live in the villages, but do you have, is there a section in the villages that people ask about the most? Like they want to live in this particular section? Like, what do you get from people?
It all depends on who is looking and what they're looking for. I live in, as far south on the turnpike as you can be right now. I know they're building Middleton and they're building Eastport. Eastport's like going to be right behind where I live. So that'll become popular. Right now, people want to stay really to 44, same with 44 and 466 and 466A. That's where most people want to be. But it's all preference. We like the area when we bought it. It's more trees. It's more natural than some of the older sections.
Mm-hmm. Now you said your insurance for your house was $1,240 a year.
That's correct.
$1,240. Okay, so essentially $100 a month.
Yes.
Right. So a little bit over $100 a month. That's a huge question I get, and I know you probably get it too about insurance. People are thinking they're paying $1,000 a month. Have you heard of anything even remotely close to that?
No, I've heard, and I get that question all the time as well. I've heard people 2,000, 2,200. I've never heard anybody more than that.
And that's a year.
That's a year.
Yeah.
Now, is it possible that it is? Yes. I guess if you have a big older home, it is possible that it can be more than $2,500 a year because of the roof size and the liability.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen anybody pay that kind of money.
Now, can you confirm this? Confirm or deny, I guess. Now, there's I get the question all the time about the insurance, and, they're like, well, what are the insurance? And it's kind of a loaded question because, there's so many different variables. There's, the age of the roof, the age of the water heater, the age of the AC, the age of the house, the condition. There's so many different things. Does that sound about right? Is that? It's
100%. Every home is going to be analyzed based upon its condition, plumbing. When they do a home inspection, be sure you do the 4-point because insurance companies really want that and the wind mitigations. But yeah, all of those things are variables. And also how much you want to have your deductibles. You want $1,000 deductible? I think I have $1,000. You want a $500 deductible? You want a $2,500 deductible? The higher the deductible, the lower your monthly or your yearly cost is going to be, but the more out-of-pocket expense you would have if you have a catastrophe.
Is it, to me, it sounds absurd that, I had somebody reach out and said their buddy lives in the villages, and he said, oh, he's paying $900 a month in insurance now. It just went up from $900 a month. That's pretty insane. For insurance, can you imagine that in the villages?
I can't see it. My experience over the years, I've had many homes and many different insurance policies.
And your home would have to be in really, really bad shape, but I don't think the villages will even allow that.
Villages are pretty strict when it comes to the standards.
Yeah.
If you're out of compliance, they're fining you, they're taking you to court. They don't tolerate that.
Yeah, they want to keep everybody happy at the, ultimately in the villages,
That's correct.
Yeah, okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add for the cost of the villages today?
I think we broke down, everything that I'm paying. Other than showing you my checkbook, I've done everything here. I think that the village is a great place. It's very affordable. There are other communities not far outside of the villages, 55 plus communities, that you're going to pay $400, $500, $600 a month for an HOA fee, and yeah, they might cut your grass, but you don't own the land, you own the property, you're responsible for the roof. I mean, they'll paint your house and they'll cut your grass. I'd rather pay what I'm paying here, and you know, my amenities fees, $189, and all the other fees. You get a lot more for your money, and you own your house, you own your land, and it's a great place to be. Come visit.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, like I say in all the videos, folks, I know this is the first time Bob is in the video. Unless you've seen the one where we're flying in the plane, that one was pretty cool. Make sure you check that out, okay? But like I say to everybody, not everything is for everybody, and I know Bob can agree with that, okay? I've had folks that, you know, come to the villages and they're like, it's not for me, it's a little too much. And they move to places like On Top of the World in Ocala or Stone Creek or Del Webb, you know, things like that. And it is what it is. But I've also had folks I've taken to both communities, and I'm sure Bob has done this too, where they go, well, yeah, I mean, granted, you know, this is, you know, they're going to cut your grass over here, and On Top of the World, they're going to do all this stuff. But I mean, the Villages has so much more, because remember, folks, it's a lifestyle. When you drive down the roads here, and like I've said it many times, it seems like they just stand there and mow the same patch of grass 24 hours a day, because that's exactly what you're paying for. You're paying for a lifestyle. And, you know, you don't just have 2 or 3 pools and a gym and maybe a cafe, you know. No. You have over 100 swimming pools, over 50 golf courses, okay? And that's just a tiny bit of what the Villages has to offer. But at the end of the day, come check it out. Reach out to me and Bob. Give us a call. Come to town, you know, we'll kind of give you the rundown of the area. We'll let you loose. We'll show you where you can rent a golf cart so you can kind of cruise on your own, and you make your own decision. And if this is where you want to call home, you let us know. If you want to call home 5 miles down the road or in Ocala or another part of Central Florida, hey, that's okay too. We are Florida licensed realtors, and we can certainly help you find a property anywhere in the state. But like I say all the time, not everything is for everybody. So, you know, it is what it is. Bob, you wanna kind of send us off there?
Hey, I forgot something really important I wanted to tell you guys. When we came here, we fell in love with, we go to the squares, we listen to the live music and the entertainment. There's so much to do, there's shopping. We come, my grandkids come, and my little grandson, he dances like crazy to the live music. It's just wonderful. There is so much here. We only touch the surface on what's here in this lifestyle.
Now, in the squares, how often is that live entertainment?
Every night of the year, unless it's lightning.
Oh, okay. So weather permitting, 365 days a year, weather permitting. It's from 5 to 9, right?
Yes.
In all 3 squares?
In the 3 squares, plus Sawgrassville, plus Edges, plus Fenny Grill has live entertainment. Wherever you go, there's live entertainment.
I know a lot of these country clubs have live entertainment.
Yes, a
I
lot
know.
of country clubs have it as well. Yes, that's correct.
All right. Is that all you want to say?
Yeah, I just didn't want to forget that. I thought it was important that people know that there's a lot to do and a lot where to shop and everything else.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you.
All right, you heard it from the horse's mouth itself, so to speak, right? Bob lives here in the Villages, okay? So he literally eats, sleeps, and breathes the Villages lifestyle, okay? He doesn't just sell homes here like myself. He actually lives here. That's why I got Bob on my team, okay? They won't let me in. They say I'm too young, but I'm still working. I'm still chiseling away a little bit at them, okay? But like I say all the time, at the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself. Drink lots of water, because it is very hot out there. We're out here in the park sweating our butts off, okay? But we're sweating our butts off for you. So don't worry about it. Take care of yourself. Drink lots of water. It's hot no matter where you live, and we'll catch you on the next one, all right? See you later.
Bye-bye.